Have you ever wanted to use your backyard at night? Well, maybe enjoy your backyard from inside the home? Well, there's a way to do it. It's called low voltage lighting. Hi, I'm Ken Bastida. This time around, we're going to show you how to install your own low voltage lighting system in your backyard to really bring the art up, create some atmosphere back there at night. Also, show you some special lighting schemes that you can put together to create different effects. You interested in this one? Well, stick around. We'll show you how to get started.
That's right. We'll show you how to wire and install an affordable lighting system to let you enjoy your yard when the sun goes down. Also, what to light, plants and trees that work well to create drama in the garden. Plus, inexpensive ideas for lighting when you want something really special.
Well, you might not know it from looking at this jungle, but I'm in San Francisco right now in the backyard of our homeowner, who also happens to be our professional lighting designer, Randall Whitehead. And Randy, you got a great place back here, and you've written 5 books on this subject already. Right. Now we're working on your backyard. What do you want to do?
What I want to do here is I've worked very hard to create the backyard. Now I want to light it up at night so that I can extend the use of the space at night. But also during the winter months, I want to be able to look from inside out and sort of visually expand the interior space beyond the glass out onto the decks and the greenery area.
Great idea. We're going to use low voltage lighting. Now, are these systems pretty safe to work on?
I think they are. Line voltage is house current, 120 volt. Low voltage is just like the same current that's in your car. So it's safe to work with, easy, and I really think most homeowners can do it.
Let's get started.
All right.
Well, Randy, I've seen some of your designs, and I got to be honest with you, lighting is still kind of a mystery to me. I'm wondering, what are the components of a good design?
Well, I think the first step is to look from inside the house out and see what it is that you want to focus on, what you want to highlight. Then the second would be adding a layer of fill light to that so that you can see the whole scene with some depth and dimension happening from the focal point.
So inside out first.
Right.
Randy says a really good lighting design doesn't call attention to itself, but rather imitates the look of moonlight hitting the garden. Your job as an amateur lighting designer is to accent your focal points subtly, and then use additional lights for texture and to fill in and illuminate pathways and the rest of the garden. Randy also suggests you steer clear of path lights that call too much attention to themselves. He says these tend to create those hot spots you want to avoid, and they call so much attention to the pathways that the rest of the garden is ignored. If you do use path lights, he says go with a fixture that projects light down along the path in a less noticeable fashion. Finally, Randy says make sure you install low wattage light bulbs in your new fixtures. He says in the dark, sudden exposure to bright lights can temporarily blind the onlooker. Stick with 20 to 35 watt multi-mirror reflector bulbs for illumination without that blinding glare. Well, this is Randy's yard as it was when he moved into his house. Overgrown and obviously in need of some landscaping. Randy has put in a lot of work in this small urban setting, and it shows. Randy says he likes to entertain, and installing a low voltage system will allow him to use the patio area at night. Take a look at an overhead plan. These are the focal points Randy wants to accent. This ornamental gate, a small water feature here, and a whimsical sculpture of a dog. When you look at the finished garden, Randy says the effect will be one of a wash of moonlight shining down with interesting texture and shadow for a natural feel. And finally, he'll add some unique temporary lighting to add drama for a special occasion.
Low voltage lighting, great way to go. If I hire a pro to come in here and put it in, what's it going to cost me?
Around $2,000 fixtures and installation.
Okay, you're giving me some great tips, though. I could do it myself. What would I save?
On electrician's fees, I think it'll cost you $1,400 for fixtures.
So $1,400, do it myself. $2,000 to hire somebody.
That's right.
Okay. I love this project because there's not a whole lot of heavy lifting involved. Let's talk about effort on a scale of 1 to 5. How tough is this one?
I'd have to give it a 1. Or let's say a 1 for effort, and let's give it a 2 for the artistry, okay? For me, let's give it a 2.
Okay, not a lot of real heavy lifting or anything like that.
No, you have to get up on the ladder, use some screws, things like that, hand tools. I don't think this is difficult. I think you could do it in a day.
My kind of project. We got all our stuff here.
Right.
What's the first step?
Well, let's install the transformer.
Good idea. Let's go.
The transformer is the box that transforms the 120-volt house current to the 12 volts that you'll need for your low-voltage system. The box is weatherproof, and Randy says it's easy to install. But make sure you turn off your electricity before you begin.
These have a lot of features, some of the more important ones.
Well, first off, you want it to be waterproof. You can order it with a timer so the lights come on and off at a specific time, which is very nice. Also, a multi-tap inside could be ordered, which allows, if the fixtures are further than 75 feet away, that they won't be dimmer than the ones that are closer to the transformer. And the last thing is that when you're talking to the salesperson, let him know how many fixtures you're going to attach to this transformer so that he knows it's the right capacity for the job.
Good tip. Okay, what's next?
Let's start our wiring.
Sounds good.
All right.
According to Randy, you can buy low-voltage wire at any lighting store or electrical distributor. Once the ends of the wire are exposed, you simply screw on the wire nuts. Randy says another nice thing about a low-voltage system is you don't really have to bury the wiring down deep like you would with standard 120-volt wire. Installing the lights is similar to attaching your low-voltage wire to the transformer. Just peel back the wire about 1.5 inches and then screw on those wire nuts.
Well, we've got all of our wire in right now. We're all wired up. And when we come back, we're going to finish putting in our lights. We're also going to show you some great-looking plants that'll work well, create some dramatic effects with that backyard lighting.